I remember that day like it was yesterday. I was sleeping in a room in a part of a house where my grandparents lived. It was a huge house, but it was a kind of a German architecture house, which is not, having floors, but it's very, very huge on the ground. And it was 1999. It was bombing of Serbia. I was tired of going into shelters and not having a second of sleep. And that night I didn't want to go. My father and my grandfather never went to shelter, and I never knew if they will survive the night. My mom, my granny, my brother and I all went to shelters. I don't remember if they did it that night, but I know I didn't. And I finally fall asleep. And then all of a sudden, a huge detonation woke me up. He jumped from the bed and I saw my grandfather on the door. He was completely shaking and so afraid. My grandfather was a war hero. He was in the Second World War and he won national awards for defending Serbia. He was only 17 years old. And again in his lifetime, he was faced with a death situation. But so was I. This time, I was 17 years old. Situations like this never leave us. They leave a huge trail in our hearts, in our minds, and in our DNA. What I'm sharing here now is very important. Generational traumas, which happen in the lives of our parents, grandparents, and former ancestors, can leave an enormous trail. Nations who suffered war after war, and on Balkans, let's be honest, there wasn't a war. They didn't have, like every 50, 70 years. So every generation, except the latest one from 2000s, experienced war. And they're putting it under the carpet. That is not a topic which we should put under the carpet. Because through the DNA and through all of these traumatic experiences, we're passing on that to our children. It is your decision if you will accept this information and wake up and be the generational, if I may say, a curse breaker, and say, this is stopping with me. I am stopping this, and it's not going to be passed on to my son. In order to live a fulfilled life from our divine source, from the higher guidance, from our souls, which is the only way that we can really fulfill our purpose, we need to wake up and understand that the path we're walking is actually something we create by ourselves. So I'm bringing a little bit of consciousness and soul into business. And I think this is very important. I think this is enormously important. We can be a Wonder Woman, a Superman, Aquaman, whoever we want to be. But if we hold the pain in our hearts, what we produce and put out there will not have such a positive effect as if we are healed. Think about this very deeply. So I'm working on something new, which is trademarked like a diamond, soul diamond method. It is something which we all have, but we need to search for in ourselves and walk the path of our purpose, building aligned empires, building businesses which feel as good as they look like. We don't want to be overwhelmed. We don't want to be dependent on the systems. We don't want to work in a corporation. We want to bring something good to this humanity. Something which will light the fire, the passion, the love, the soul of each and every one of us. We can learn techniques and strategies, but what I have discovered is that 80% is personal growth and 20% are strategies. Relationships between us, relationships with money, relationships with our business, and the unlimited potential we have in ourselves. The book you see here, Live from Your Heart and Mind, which you can order from Amazon or any other retailer, was the first step of me speaking up about potential which we all have from emotional and intellectual side. It was a long time ago I wrote it. I consider it to be a kindergarten of personal growth from this perspective, but I encourage you to order it, to read it, and to see how much potential we all have in each other, in ourselves, and how much potential we can put on a table by just being ourselves and being enough. You can visit legemacademia.com anytime. You will find a lot of resources like LinkedIn acceleration programs, business acceleration programs, workshops, my coaching packages, which are meant for business exclusively, and also services like book publishing, website development, funnel development, and all of these beautiful things. LGM Academia is a hub for you to find everything you need to grow. For now, it's business oriented. It's going to be a personal growth oriented as well. So look no further. Just visit www.lhmacademia.com and I will see you behind the scenes. Also, if you would like to publish your book, give me a call. We're doing some amazing things now. And if you're looking for ways to grow your business, give me a call. First call with me is always for free. I like to connect with people. And remember, everything that happens in your life happens for you. Whatever it is for you. It is for your soul to grow. It is your soul contract. And that bomb, that detonation which happened, which scared me to death, learned me something very important. I don't need to have a stage fright because no one is throwing bombs at me. Love you.